Yo, I want to welcome everybody back to the lounge. I'm very excited about updating my YouTube channel on information that possibly could help bless you, your family, your friends on this trading game. What the market that I'm about to show you is the futures market for the S&P E-minis. The futures market, what they have allowed us to do is to get into the futures game. Okay, I know a lot of emphasis is on forex and stuff like that. I've traded forex, I still do occasionally, but my heart and soul is with the futures market. I know what time the market opens. I look for my strategy. I get my ticks, and I'm done. Now, sometimes you might hear me say ticks or pips. It's all depending on what market you're on. If you're on the futures market, it's ticks. If you're on the forex market, it's pips. For information and the breakdown further of the pip and the forex side, your lot size, and how you make your money and stuff like that, I think an excellent library is babypips.com. That's a place to start getting your foundational information. Once you get your foundational information, then you need a mentor. You have to have a mentor who's been in the game, who can help you navigate all the information that you just got from Baby Pips. Okay? And that's what we do on the lounge. After you get that foundation in, which will save us a lot of time, because you're getting in a lot of information, how the candle works, where it opens, where it closes, what's the high, what's the low, right? So you get your basic information for babypips.com. Doesn't cost you anything. When you come over into the lounge, there's a membership fee into the lounge. We hold your hand. We take you step by step on what we look for, how to get down, and we keep it moving. All right? Cool. So today, we're going to do real quick on what I look for in the market prior to the U.S. market opening. Okay? There's a London opening. London opens at 3:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, early morning. I'm still in bed, right? But their activity has created a high and a low, okay? Which I like to refer to because I'm teaching this information to my grandson who's 9 years old. So I got to get him to understand languages he can relate to right now. So we look for the ceiling of London and we look for the floor of London, okay? Now, you're going to be in different circles and you're going to hear it heard by different terms. Whatever fits you, that's where you get in. So we create a ceiling and then we create a floor, right? And we want to do that where price action is currently. Okay? So anytime the price stops and turns around, that's a floor until price proves otherwise. Proving otherwise is when that price breaks that floor. Until that happens, that's a floor. So that's your reference point into the future. Okay? And we're looking for the ceiling of London going into New York. Okay? Next thing I look for is I like to look for what did the weekly do from last week, where its ceiling and floors are. You know? So it gives us an idea. Are we sitting in still inside of the weekly ceiling and floor? Are we near it? Are we far away? So that's what I like to get the information from the left. All our answers to the left, all our answers to this game, people, are to the left of the chart. There's no crystal ball. There's no extra definition that we need to know. All our answers are to the left of the chart. So you move the chart to the left and you start identifying where is the ceiling and where is the floor. Okay? Because in between that time, price is going from the ceiling to the floor, from the floor to the ceiling. Okay? Now, there are some ceilings and floors in between, which we'll get on that when you come to class. Right? We're going to break down everything. How to look for the ceilings and floors. Okay? So this is just a quick of what happened this morning. I don't want to get into too much detail, and I don't want to keep this video long. Okay? So last night, London, right? We're on December 22nd. I looked to the left of the chart. I want to identify where did London put in its high. Okay? Then I go continue from where price is prior to me coming into the market. I go over to the left and I go down and I find out where is price stopping. Okay? Now, meanwhile, we don't have all this yet. We don't have this yet, so you can't see that. Okay? So let me make this dark so we don't confuse nobody or we don't get accused of, well, it's already happened. So we're gonna make this dark. Right? As dark as we can get it. So we don't see that happening yet inside that box. The only thing we see when we come and we sit down at our terminal is we look at evidence to the left. So I grab this ceiling and I grab that floor. So going into the time that I sit down to trade, which is a U.S. session, okay? This is on the 60-minute chart. It's the hourly chart. That's the highest I go up because I'm a day trader. I'm not in there swinging for the fences. I'm making my money and I'm getting out. Okay? So prior to what time I'm getting in the market, which is at 10 o'clock. So this 10 o'clock bar right here, I'm going to single it out with a vertical line, as you were, a vertical line. That's the time that I come into the market. Okay? So I'm looking at, she didn't take out the ceiling. Because she did not take out the ceiling, I'm eliminating ideas of buying. I'm looking for sells. I'm looking for sells to go back down to the floor. Okay? So I identified the bar that I'm looking to enter in on the trade. I go down to the smaller time frame. The 60-minute chart I just strictly use for plotting my prep work. I look to enter in on the trade on the 15-minute and below. Okay? The 15-minute and below. I'm looking to enter in that trade off of the prep work from the hourly chart. So as you can see, I'm going to move my vertical line. We had a breakdown. This line represents this low over here. It broke it, came back, retested, and that line held. So this line now becomes, guess what, guys? A ceiling. Okay? On this next bar, pushing away from this ceiling in between the main ceiling, I'm selling. And I'm putting up $50. I'm putting up $50 to see if I can make it to this floor. The only thing that I have in complete control is how much I'm willing to risk on this trade. Everything else is hoopla. That's the only thing as retail and newbie traders that we control is how much are we willing to put up to see if this is going to go down to the floor. Okay? When you come to class, we narrow it down even further than that. We're not looking for the floor. We just need to know that the opportunity to go to the floor is there, and we're looking to snatch the heart and soul out of that move. And that's exactly what she did today after our prep work. We're going to remove the box. Okay? So I have boxes set up all the way down to the floor. She broke the box, trade. Broke the box, trade. Broke the box, trade. Okay? Now, I don't want to sit at the terminal all day, so I have a target. Once my objective is met, and that's from prior military, peace to my veterans out there. Once the objective is met, our day is over. If you want to do or learn anything longer than that, this is not the workshop for you. This is not the class for you. I shoot for a target. Once my target is hit, my objective is made for the day, I'm out. Okay? And as you can see, you had several opportunities on the ES market to hit your daily goal. All right? As you can see, guys, I'm very passionate about this game because this game can make a lot of people free. if you master the skill set. All right? So this is a market recap of what happened this morning. If we do not speak again, which we will because we got another webinar tonight, listen, I wish you the joyous and most prosperous holidays, wherever you celebrate and wherever you at in the world. I wish you nothing but peace and joy. This is Master B signing out.